Alright, starseeds collected. I'm halfway through my shift. It took me halfway through my shift to figure out what I was trying to say, or what needed to be said. And it partially pertains to me, but I think it has to do with just more than me. Hold on one second, I'm gonna turn this radio down. Anyways, so tonight when I get off work, or in the morning when I get off work, I will have about 12 hours before I come back here and have another 12-hour shift. When I get done with that 12-hour shift, it'll be my brother's service. Like immediately after I get off work that early in the morning, I'll be going to my brother's memorial service, which he was cremated. So it took a little longer to get him to do the service, but it's happening anyways. I'm going for the closure, but the truth is, I said my goodbyes to him way before this happened, and I had to take that as the closure that I was going to get. I know my brother. He's been sad for a real long time, and he's not suffering anymore. I am. I already was, but I mean, the difference is day and night. It's not the same. It is not the same. With that being said, I'm going to get closure because it's the last step before there's no more process. There's just processing it. There's just going through it. There's a lot of people who have had to process grief, who have lost someone very close to them. And you know what? We've also all been going through a lot of turbulence. There's been monumental changes in the last 100 days. We can expect more. The world is changing. We do have to change with it. And clinging to the past will make it hurt more. The harder we hold on to it, the more it feels like it's being ripped away from us. We're going to a different time, a different place, somewhere we all feel like we haven't been before. But there are things holding us back. We all feel quite apprehensive about what's next. Probably because what wasn't very good, and what was caused a lot of trauma. But what we have now is active repair. Basically, people who want to come in and say, the system is flawed, it's broken, it's not working, it keeps not working, so why are we using it? And since we all cling to the familiar and what we know, even if what we know is bad for us, we want to keep it because it's what we know. So, even though I'm going to say my goodbye, there's other things. We're all holding on to something, right? I'm holding on to the loss of my brother. It's recent, it's fresh, it hurts. But there's other stuff that's not fresh. There's other things that I've just been carrying around like a sad-ass little suitcase with me. Just, here's my damage, let me keep it. This is the definition of me. This is who I am. This is what I have. You don't need to take it with you. You don't have to be who you were. You don't have to keep going the same way. You actually can just do a U-turn, turn around, go back. The thing is, some things you cannot go back to. Some exes, some thought patterns, some habits, some job, some house, some something that you weren't ready to let go of, and it's like that memory just haunts you. It just won't go away. It's the coulda, shoulda, woulda. You know what? Maybe you didn't miss anything. Maybe you're right where you should be. It just doesn't feel like that. You just don't know that, right? And you don't have a confirmation to say this. You're going the right way. It seems like things are falling apart, but they're not. They're coming together. Maybe that's what's happening. But I'm so used to the sadness, I'm so used to the bad news that I'm really just over here waiting for the other shoe to drop. And every time it doesn't, I'm pleasantly surprised, but more skittish, more paranoid. Like, oh, wasn't that one? It's what's going to be the next one. Maybe there's not going to be a next one. Maybe there's not another tragedy behind the last one. Maybe that was the last one. It's hard to determine if that was the last one or not. And, like I've said before, what you think about, you bring about. And if you... It's like we're getting closer to instant manifestation. And whatever feeling you're holding is going to be the resonance of the thing you bring to you. Say you're a very, very sad person. You're going to continually attract very sad people. Your outside's going to match your inside. In order to try to lighten the load, it's time for us to do that spring cleaning. But I don't necessarily mean the house. I mean, if the house is a shit wreck, clean it up, because it's very hard to think when you have a lot of clutter around you. But not like that. Stuff to where you're feeling nostalgic. Stuff to where you're missing a time from before. It is time to lighten the load. It's time to have a garage sale, a yard sale, do the spring cleaning, clean the junk drawer out, get rid of the old notes, get rid of the mementos, things that you've been holding on to for so long that it damn near hurts to look at it. Let it go. Do some kind of cleansing or clearing, little ritual, little ceremony, little whatever for yourself to get closure on those things. Close that chapter. Let it go. Leave it. Leave it in the past where it belongs. Because it doesn't need to follow you to the future. What was, and what will be probably has nothing to do with what was. In order to travel, which some of us are definitely going to have to because we can't stay where we were. We cannot. We've changed, we've elevated internally, so we can't stay in the same environment that we were in because it just simply does not match. That's why it's fallen away. Those who haven't done any internal work, haven't tried to manage or regulate any feelings or deal with anything from the past or even suppress, don't even know what needs to be brought up. Those things are going to come flooding to the top. It's going to hurt. It is really going to hurt. Let it. Let it. That's how you clean it out, actually. Crying cleans out the poison from the inside. If you're having a lot of anxiety, and it's not because you drink 14 coffee drinks a day, or because you're hopped up on whatever. I mean, basically our society is fueled by pills and caffeine anyways, and when it's not that, it's just late night doom scrolling. We're not even eating information. Some of us are, and that keeps us up. But others are just trying to escape the harsh realities of where they are, and escapism is not the way to get out of it. You actually have to be present in the moment to do anything about it. Looking over your shoulder is looking at the past. If you're looking over your shoulder, there's no way you can see what's right in front of you. If you're looking too far ahead in the future, then you're really also still putting the cart before the horse. You don't have the way to do it, you just want to do it. So you have to actually, like I said, lighten the load, make peace with the past, get yourself some closure, but as close as you can. If there's someone you need to forgive, someone you need to speak to, something you need to get off your chest, anything, now is the time to do that. You probably won't have the time to do that in the future. If you don't do it when you feel it, you probably won't circle back to it. You'll doubt yourself, you'll talk yourself back out of it, and you'll go back to the familiar. And as you try to cling to the familiar, it'll slip further and further away from you, causing absolute fear and panic. There's no need for it. It's just a matter of, we're going into the unknown. We're going to a place we've never been to before, and even though it could be great for us, we're just so used to the bondage that we're more comfortable being hemmed up and in tight spaces and confined to what we were already doing versus having the freedom to spread your wings, to kick back, and to let it work for you, not you have to work so hard at it. You don't have to work so hard at it. There's some stuff that's not going to go away unless you deal with it, and there's other stuff that doesn't even require your attention anymore. Let go of the things that no longer serve you. Let go of the things that have been eating up your brain power, your sleep, your money, your peace. Whatever's destroying your peace, that is what has to go. That's what's got to go first. If you're not in a place of peace, then whatever you create will also be chaotic. If you're in a place of chaos, you're going to create chaos. If you're in a place of pain, you're going to create pain. It's a subconscious thing, but it's an automatic reaction, like cause and effect. Whatever's causing you to feel how you feel is going to affect your environment. That being said, it can be reprogrammed. You can take a proactive approach to changing your mindset. Maybe not your feelings, maybe not the past, but changing your mindset will change your future, will change your trajectory of where you were headed. I'm headed to a little bit more tears, probably. A little bit more anger, probably. But you know what? Anger can be an ally. Anger can help you say the stuff you were too afraid to say in the first place. You had to get mad about it. You had to defend yourself about it. That's different from being sad because it was hurting you. At least getting mad about it feels proactive. Now, staying mad and wanting to pass the buck or figure out who is to blame for what needs to be blamed, That's good and great and all, but even once the blame is placed on someone, do you really get your justice, or do you just feel like there's someone to blame? Because if they're not sorry, you don't get closure either. You have to forgive them to get that closure, because they might not be sorry and they might not ever apologize. It doesn't matter. Don't hang on to that. Same for validation. People pleasing is a form of seeking validation because at one point or another it was intentionally denied from you to keep you acting in a certain way, to keep you trying to get that, striving for it. You don't gotta do that. All you have to do is change the people you surround yourself with, because if they are constantly invalidating you, that's intentional. They're trying to bring you down. They're trying to stop you. Those aren't friends. Those are frenemies. Nobody needs freaking frenemies. They're the worst. They're the most passive-aggressive type on earth, and they're the ones, it's like this, you're in a relationship, you're really excited about this relationship, you tell your single friends about the relationship, and they start just basically whispering little darts into your ear about what if they do this, and what if that happens, and what if, and they basically talk you into sabotaging yourself because they were jealous of that happiness in the first place. They just didn't want you to have it because they don't have it. Because they're not seeking it, they're just envying it. It's like with the first piece of art came the first critic. Someone who is either too lazy or too afraid to create something on their own because of fear of judgment, fear of ridicule, whatever, what have you. That fear stops them from doing for themselves, but it certainly doesn't stop them from criticizing others. That's taken away from everybody. That's not adding to. We don't need any more of that. And plain and simple, it's out with the old, in with the new. You have got to get rid of some of the old shit that's holding you down so that you can make room for the new stuff that's actually good for you. Let go of the things that aren't good for you. Let go of the things that are hurting you, costing you, controlling you. If you're not living the way you want to live, somehow, some way you've been convinced you don't deserve to. Barring some scary, weird, pervy shit in which, no, we will all stop you from doing that. Aside from that, barring that, you deserve to be here as much as anybody else. You deserve to live in your authenticity as much as anybody else. We deserve your contributions from your true self. Everyone has a gift, and that gift is waiting to rise to the top. But being scared of it, being scared of the change, being scared of being seen, are all reasons that we kind of corral ourselves in. And sometimes it's just a fear of outshining others. You're afraid of losing your friend group because they can't come with you. But if they aren't really for you, then they're against you, honestly. And that means that they're just actors placed in your life to stop you from getting any further. Don't do that. Don't shortchange yourself and the rest. There's something for everyone. There really is a purpose for everyone. And sometimes even the purpose is being a bad guy, so it's a good guy will stop you. Sometimes the purpose is being an enemy to unite the rest of them. It's not ideal. But in most cases, redemption is possible. Forgiveness, mending fences, closure, all those things are possible. You just have to seek them. What's not possible is continuing to act like savage hyenas who are opportunistic thieves and hope for someone's downfall so that you can scrum up the little crumbs from it. Don't pray for someone else to do bad for you to do good. There is plenty to go around in the sense of whomsoever will. If you seek it, you'll have it. Now, if you try to take from others, it will be taken from you. If you give to others, it can be given to you. What goes around comes around. And it's that time. Like, it's instant. You can all tell it's speeding up. It's like you say something crappy about someone on the way into work, and then you stump your toe on the way in because that's instant karma. Well, that part's going to come first. Instant karma is going to come first before instant manifestation, because honestly, if your karmic wheel's jacked up, then you're going to get what's coming to you. And what's coming to you might not be great. You got to be able to take accountability for what you've done to others that probably hurt them or set them off their path, or fucked up something in their insides that made them unable to have faith in their self. Something that maybe knocked them out of alignment. Something major, something devastating, something critical that you can't take back, and it's a seed planted in their brain. What will happen is that exact thing will happen to you. Not from that person either. It will happen from somebody that you hold in high regard, like they held your opinion in high regard, and that same little knife under the rib will stab you as you stab them with. What's fair is fair. Eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, and sometimes the crime's so bad, taking the eye and the tooth still isn't enough because they did beyond that. Those things, there is such thing as unforgivable, right? But you don't forgive them to make them feel better. You forgive them to get the poison outside of you. And if they're still full of hate, that they're being poisoned from the inside out, don't carry the hate around for them. It's like a sickness, like a disease. Don't carry it around. Give it back to the hater, okay? They can hold it. And if it eats them up, then so what? That's one less hater. They shouldn't have been drinking the Kool-Aid, right? They're kind of watering themselves with the hate when they do that. Others have come through that just fine, stronger, better, faster, smarter, because they got immune to poison, basically. And those are the ones who are about to rise up and tell the rest of us how to come out and do it. How to not give two fucks what the rest of the world is saying and thinking about what you're doing when you know you're doing right. Right by yourself and right by your environment. You set the standard. Live up to that standard. And then expect others to live up to that standard as well. Don't accept subpar. If you've elevated yourself, don't keep swamp trash around you. Hold on. I was expecting the third one. Anyways, you don't need trashy people around you that make you're less, when really you far surpass them. They're just not ready to see you go, because clinging to your coattails might actually give them some kind of benefit. When they don't want to do the work for themselves, they want others to do the work for them, and then they want the benefits from it. Well, we're way past that. We're way past that. That's been happening for so long that now we actually have people with money who cannot be bought by other people with money who said, no, I think I'll do it different. I think I'll do it my way. And guess what? Weirdly enough, their way is affecting all of us. Each one of us have the same ability to rise to that level. To rise to the level of being able to do something about it. Because the two people who are in those positions right now are not the only two people. They're who we see. But they are hiring teams of people. They are activating teams of people to go out on their behalf and do the same thing in their department. They're not in control of every department. They're just putting experts in their field into those departments. And a lot of us have been lied to for so long. We think they're doing something bad. In reality, they're doing what is best for their own section. It's not every man for himself, but it's like our country can't care about the other country in the sense of, well, we got to make sure all your people are good before our people are good. That's not right. You actually have to tend your own garden, fortify your own home, clean up your own house before you start telling other people to clean their house. Right? You can't do that. In the process of all the house cleaning, some shit's going to get broken, thrown away. I mean, maybe stuff that didn't even need to be thrown away. And what's left will be somewhat of a clean palette to bring in new things. We have to get started on those new things. We got to get ahead of it before it gets ahead of us, right? It's time to play catch up. It's time to play catch up on the inside, and it's time to clear the environment out so we can reestablish some order, bring some order to the chaos, because this is a freaking free for all. Don't worry about the things going past you, right? They're like flying monkeys. They're kind of like suggestions. They're obviously not the suggestions that you want to take, or you'd hang on to those and you would grow those. Take what suits you, take what's good for you, and leave the rest. As in, I'm going to leave this video for the rest of you to watch. I love you. I'll be back on tomorrow. It will be a very long one, so I'm going to go get my sleep after this. I love you.